Welcome back to the Basement Finishing Man YouTube channel, where we discuss everything to do with basement finishing. In today's video, we're going to be walking around inside this basement right here. We're going to be looking at it in its frame state. All right, we're going to talk about why we framed it that way, the obstacles that we had to go around, which led to the actual shape of the framing. Hopefully we can give you some good ideas for your own basement. I'm sure you're going to have some of these obstacles that you're going to see in this video down in your basement, and it's my hope that the video will help you navigate around those obstacles in your basement as well. If you stick around to the very end of the video, at the very end I will have this particular basement 100% completed, and we will take a walk around and see what that framing and those mechanicals turned into. So without any further ado, let's get down in the basement. Okay guys, so welcome back to the Basement Finishing Man YouTube channel, where we talk about basement finishing every video. So what we have down here today is a basement that's got a 3/4 bath, which has a 5-foot shower. We've got a really nice sit-down bar area at the far end of this big open entertainment area. I'm standing in what will become a TV entertainment area. We're going to have a large screen TV on that wall there. And behind me you can see we do have a walk-in basement. We've got a 5-foot door here. So we're coming in the side yard, nice 5-foot double door into our new living space. Now we got it 100% framed yesterday. A lot of cool framing down here. You can see we've created a nice tray ceiling coming around this large part of the basement here. All right, entertainment area and bar area down there. Actually, the guys right over there, they're working in the bar area right now. Some wiring and lighting in. All right, we got a 45-degree wall right here with a 5-foot French door going back into an office space. And you can see that we did bring this tray ceiling down, and we also put the soffit for that tray ceiling on a 45 right there to follow the wall below it. It's going to come down and then 45 across, and then right on back down the tray ceiling. You see it going down across over in front of the door, and then all the way back up to this end and back around to the 45-degree wall. All right, so we did that because we had ductwork that ran down this side of the basement the whole way down practically to the other end, so we had to get that in a soffit. That kind of created, by necessity, one side of the tray ceiling. And then the other side, you can see we had the center run of ductwork up in there, which comes down from the furnace, which is way down there, which created the other side of the tray ceiling. And you can see over top of the door and the window, there's nothing up in there. We really did not have to cross over from here to here where we needed to cover the ductwork. But we did it anyway, just to give that tray ceiling look. So a lot of times we build soffits where we really don't need them, and the only reason we're building them is to complete a thought in our mind, to complete an image that we had for this basement, which was a tray ceiling. So we connected the dots there from this soffit to this one with this piece over here. Same goes up this end. We didn't have to build a 45-degree soffit down here. There was nothing up there that we were trying to hide. That was all for cosmetics, and we just wanted to create that 3D look to the ceiling, you know, give you that nice tray look. We could put crown mold in the upper tray, as well as below the upper tray we could crown mold underneath as well. We could do 2-tier crown mold down here if we wanted to. All right, we also had a knockout, a push out in the foundation right here, where the concrete wall went back in about 2 feet, about 4 feet wide. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut into this section of wall here in front of that outcropping in the foundation, and we're going to put an electric fireplace in there. So we will have an electric fireplace on this one. Back in here will become an office, and you can see we had a wall that went in on a 45, then straightened out and 45 again over there. You can try to see it better on the floor here. It runs around and created this little kind of cool effect in this room here. So we're going to have some nice walls in here that go on a 45, and up here you can see where we had to box out again for a piece of steel and a piece of ductwork, which we put up in a soffit inside this office. Over here, where the guys are working, you can see we've built a 2x8 wall here. We built this wall up about 40 inches tall. This is going to become a bar. This is going to be the upper tier bar here. And back in here, we're going to have our, our sink base over here and some 1-foot deep cabinets back along the wall there. We do have it laid out on the floor down here. You can see down here we've got, from the back wall out here, we've got 12-inch cabinets, which are going to be base cabinets. They'll have toe kick the whole 10 yards, but they're only going to be 12 inches deep as opposed to 24. They're going to run the whole way down up to this end here, and back here is the bar keep. Here's your back rear 1 foot deep cabinets. Over here we've got 24-inch deep cabinets, which will be the front of the bar. All right, and underneath, in between those 24-inch cabinets, we're going to have a refrigerator underneath there, an under-counter refrigerator. And then in between the back cabinets and the front cabinets, we've got a 38-inch walkway, which is called the bar keep. That's where we're walking in behind the bar now. And then right up this end of the bar keep, you can see we've got a sink base here. So 38-inch bar keep with a 36-inch sink base at the end here. And then above these 1 foot cabinets in the back, up here on the wall, we're going to have 1 foot deep wall cabinets as well. All right, you can see that up overhead here, we've lowered the whole bar ceiling the whole way back to the back wall. Even though we could have went back up in here, this whole way back here in the back of the bar area, we could have went the whole way up. We decided, instead of having a lower soffit over here behind the bar and then a higher ceiling back here, we would just lower the entire bar ceiling from front to back so that it would be uniform. And that was a design call. That was just a call that I made, knowing that to me that would look better than going back up here. All right, again, soffit where we really didn't need the soffit, just to get that finished look that we're going for in our design. All right, so a lot of times we build soffits where we really don't need them, just to achieve a look that we're after. And we did it here again. So we'll have recessed lights up in here. We'll have pendant lights out front here. In front of the upper tier, we're going to have a couple stools out here. And then we'll have some pendant lights dropping down off the top ceiling, hanging down over top of the upper bar top. All right, so that's our bar area. All right, over here at the base of the steps, this 2x6 wall that was coming down alongside the stairway came the whole way down to the end. We cut it out and we opened it up to the 5th step. Okay, so this 2x6 wall used to come all the way down here to the base of the stairs. Okay, all the way down to here. We cut out the last 3 or 4 wall studs, 2x6 wall studs, and we opened that up to the 5th step. So now we're going to have a newel post and handrail and spindles there. You can see our stairs coming down here from the first floor. All right, that'll pretty much look just like it is when it's done, because this was all pre-finished by the builder. All right, now coming into the back side of the basement here, we've got 3 doors. We have 1 door going into a gym. The door straight ahead is going into a 3/4 bathroom with a 5-foot shower, and the door to the left here going in to the bedroom that will be down here. So we're in the bedroom now. The bedroom has its own window. Also in this bedroom, we had to section off for the water heater and the PEX manifold coming in here. We put that in an unfinished closet, so there'll be a 6-foot double door here, and inside that utility closet, inside the bedroom, will be all that mechanical stuff. And right beside that, we continued that same wall over at the same depth, and we created a finished closet. This is about 36 inches deep here, about 36 inches wide. So I'm back into that closet, but that'll be a finished closed closet. All right, the other door going back into the bathroom is from the bedroom, so we can get into this bathroom without having to go back out into the hallway over here. It's got its own private entrance into the bathroom, where we'll come straight in. The toilet will be right in front of us. There'll be a 30-inch vanity right over here, and over here will be our 5-foot shower. And you can see the guys already have it tied in here. And what we're looking at is the pipe, the 2-inch pipe that's going to come up and hook to the drain in the shower pan, the bottom base of the shower. It's trapped in 2-inch, and then it's going to tie in. You can see the pipe going under the floor there. That runs over there, ties into the toilet underneath the floor, and then it all ends up on the other side of the wall over there inside the sewage ejector. And we've talked about sewage ejectors in many other videos on this channel, but the sewage ejector, if you haven't seen any of those videos, is the device that takes all the wastewater from the bathroom, grinds up whatever's going into that pit, and then flushes it out and up into the main sewage of the home. All right, so in the basement, 95% of the time, you're going to have a sewage ejector pump if you want a bathroom, because the sewage that goes out to the yard, and here's where it goes out the yard, it goes right through the wall right here. Because it's 6 feet or 5 feet up off the floor to this clean out, water doesn't run uphill by itself. It's going to have to be flushed up into this pipe. And to do that, we use the sewage ejector. Okay, so the whole bathroom, the shower, the sink, the toilet's all going to send its wastewater into that pit. A pump will come on and it'll pump the water up and over into this white pipe right here, somewhere where we have access to one of the main sewage pipes in the basement. It'll tie in and take the water from there out to the public sewage or out to your private septic, whichever you got. All right, so we're inside the exercise room right now. And you can see we've got another situation where we've got some water treatment, water softeners. We've got the main water line coming in from the public water. We've got the public sewage coming in here. So we have another utility closet that will remain unfinished inside with a 6-foot double door going back into that area. All right, so there'll be access to those utilities from inside this gym to get back in there and do what they got to do if something needs maintenance. All right, they can get back to the sewage ejector and they can get to all these utilities right there inside the gym. Now this is about 1,500 square feet. This basement does have pre-existing 9-foot height, okay, from the concrete floor up to the ceiling, to the joists, is 9 foot. Now you're probably wondering why we have drywall up there already when the basement's just being framed. Well, in a lot of areas, the code has changed where you have to fire block your ceiling. So builders are required now in a lot of cities in Pennsylvania, and maybe in your area as well, for new construction to drywall the basement ceiling to create that fire barrier. So we have to work with that fire barrier. We're going to have to put our recessed lights up into this drywall ceiling, which means we're going to be cutting a lot of holes into that new existing drywall to put in our lighting and our HVAC system. Okay guys, so here I am inside the design program that I use to design my clients' basements. And we're looking at the basement that we're in here this morning. You can see right over here, you walk in the side door, through the family area, down around to the bar. There's an office up the far end here. There's that 45-degree angle wall. Closet behind the bar. Then we got the steps coming down. We've got a door into a bedroom. We got a utility closet in the bedroom, a regular closet, closed closet in the bedroom. We have a bathroom, 3/4 bath with 2 entrances, one from the bedroom, one from the hallway, with a 5-foot shower. And on the opposite side from the bedroom through the hallway, we've got the home gym and a double door going into an unfinished utility closet. Up this far into the basement here, beside the bar, we have a door going back into what will be all unfinished storage space here. All right, so this is the plan that we agreed on, my company and the homeowners. I had a couple other versions of it, but this is the one that we finally agreed on. And this is what we're in right now in this video. All right, so the homeowner sees exactly what their basement's going to look like in a floor plan. All right, and let me click out of here and I'll go over to some images that I sent the homeowner so that they could see it in 3D form. And then I did an overview. You can see we're looking down into the basement now with a 3D view so that they can gauge the sizes of the spaces. I have some furniture in these areas, some exercise equipment in the gym so that they could gauge the sizes of areas. There's another 3D overview of it. There's the bar. You walk in behind the bar. They can see their back wall cabinets, the door going into the bar closet, the unfinished space, everything. You know, you can really get a feel for how big the spaces are. And now some interior shots. There's looking at the bar. All right, you can see the soffit here and the higher ceiling. It's all shown to them in this image so that they can gauge what the ceiling is going to look like. Looking back towards the stairs from the family room, towards the steps, through 2 archways, like a 10-foot archway, 5-foot archway, right back into the bathroom. A shot looking back in behind the bar, so they can get a feel for what the bar is going to look like. There's the fireplace over there that we're putting in, the electric fireplace. In the bedroom, looking back out through the door into the hallway, into the bathroom, so they could see, you know, what the bedroom space looked like. Looking back at the bar, there's the 45-degree wall with the 5-foot French door with the 45-degree turn on the soffit. Some pennant lights so they get a real feel for what that space is going to look like. A shot looking back out through the French doors inside the office. And there's that soffit that we were going to have to build around that steel beam and that ductwork, showing them how that ceiling is going to look in that room. Looking out from behind the bar, we can see the soffit coming around on the 45, the tray ceiling, fireplace. There's the sitting area over here with the sectional with the TV. Another shot inside the office looking back out the door. A shot sitting on the bed looking back across the bedroom to the utility closet that has the water heater in it and the clothes closet. Alright, so there were all the images that I gave the homeowner you know, before they ever decided to go with my company. They were getting other bids, they were looking at everybody's proposals, and I gave them this so that they could see exactly what my company was going to be building them. Alright, so this program that I'm using here is called Home Designer Pro 2018 version. So you can buy Home Designer Pro 2022 version. That's the year we're looking at right now. You can find this on, you just Google it, and I believe Amazon will have some versions of it. You can buy right over on Amazon.com. But if you're interested in getting this program and designing your basement before you actually start your project so that you can see exactly how this project's going to look when it's finished, you know, I highly recommend doing this. It's a program that's not really hard to learn how to use, but it's going to show you whether or not you're actually going to like the actual finished space. Because if you don't like these computer images that we just looked at, you're not going to like your basement. So it's a very useful tool, and one that I do recommend that you try out if you're interested in designing your own basement. And I think you'll be glad you got the product and did it this way. Hey guys, one more look around this basement real quick before we get ready to insulate and drywall this one. Now this one is 100% ready for insulation, and this is an important stage because you want to make sure everything is in, mechanically speaking. All the framing is 100% done, because before the insulation guys get here, that all has to be 1000%. All right, because once they stuff these walls full of insulation, it's going to be very hard to see our wiring and our plumbing and our mechanical work, okay? So we want to make sure that everything is 100% finished, ready for insulation and drywall at this stage that we're going to look at right now. So I'll spin the camera around, I'll take a 5-minute walk around here, talk about the mechanicals and the things that we had to get in before drywall and insulation, and hopefully, this will help you with your project. All right, if you're approaching this stage right here and you're wondering, if you're losing sleep over, do I got everything in, the drywall is going to get hung, maybe this will answer some questions for you. So let's take a look. All right, you can see now the framing is 100% done everywhere, and we've got our recessed lights in. Now the last time we looked at this project, we had a drywall ceiling up here. Now we were just going to punch holes up in the ceiling and put our cans in, which we do a lot. But this time we decided to just pull the drywall down, and we figured it'd be quicker and cleaner just to do away with the drywall that was put in by the builder. So we went ahead and we cut it out, knocked it down, cleaned it up, and got it out of here, which made it very easy for us to put all these cans in. So we're looking at about 12, 14 cans down this big run here. Now this big run right here is the home theater area and the bar sitting area down there, about 14 lights. Panning right up over my head here, you can see a Speedy Boot up there. That's an HVAC grate right there. It's one of the ceiling feeds that we put in. If we come down about another 12 feet or so, we have one in the center of this this big area, and up the end, right in front of the bar area here, we have a third one. All right, and those are our Speedy Boots. I talk about those in other videos. They're awesome for roughing in your HVAC, your heating and air conditioning system, and doing it quickly and professionally. So we had 3 down this large run. This run is about 30 feet long. All right, and we had, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cans down through there. Looks like two circuits of 6 make up the lighting in this big area. We also have our fireplace roughed in. That's a 4-foot electric fireplace. It's going to be going right in there. They do plug in. So we do have a 12-2 wire going down there, and we're going to have an outlet inside here where we'll plug that in before we set it into the wall. It's just a plug-in. It runs on regular old 110 voltage. So that's an electric fireplace, which is going to add a little ambiance and a little bit extra heat source to the mix down here, which is always nice. You can see our tray ceiling coming down up here where we had to drop down because of our ductwork. We talked about bringing that down and around the corner, adding another section of soffit right here to complete that tray turn. And we actually put a light in here on the bottom here, on this turn here. And then it continues back around, swallowing up the ductwork the whole way down to this end of the basement. We did have a 45-degree wall right here going into our office. So we brought the soffit down and we traded on a 45 to match our 45-degree wall. Then back into a straight section, which matches our wall, and then turning and going the whole way back around again. So if you're looking for a way to really turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, one way to do that is with a tray ceiling in your basement. And a lot of times, just because of the way the ductwork is located and things like steel beams and pipes and whatnot, they kind of naturally lend themselves to being framed out to create a tray ceiling. Here we've got our 42-inch high bar wall. We're going to have a 2-tier bar here in this section. And we can walk back in behind here now. Plumbing all done here. Cold and hot water. We have an 1.5 inch drain line, which we jacked right down into the floor and picked up the drain line that was existing under the floor from the builder. All right, so we got a centrifugally fed sink drain here that's going to travel under the floor and over to the sewage ejector that's going to run our bathroom. Now that was quite a project, and we have a lot of videos here on the channel to show you how to rough in bar plumbing and our methodology to that and how we go about thinking and planning out our water lines and our drain lines. If you want to check some of those videos out here on the channel, it'll help you out. On our higher bar wall, we've got 1, 2, 3 outlets that'll be in the 6-inch uprise from the lower cabinets that'll sit down here at 36-inch high with the sink. It'll come around at 36 inches in cabinet height. Then it jumps up to the 42-inch wall, which gives you your higher seating area for taller stools. And you'll see we've got a couple outlets in the back wall, which will be over top of our back wall cabinetry, which incidentally is only going to come off of the wall 12 inches back here to conserve space. And we talked about this layout earlier in the video, I believe. Then we've got that bar closet we talked about behind the bar. So a nice sized closet in here for bar storage, storing drinks, snacks, anything related to the bar. And over here is going to be our office space. Real simple in here. We just followed the contour of the basement walls, which took us around with 2 45-degree walls here. The mechanical work was real simple in here. You can see one strand of wire going around from box to box to box to outlet box to outlet box to outlet box, and then back out again. So very simple with the outlet circuit in here. And then we had about 6 or 7 recessed lights in here as well. So a nice office. And even though it's not a huge thing, guys, I want you guys to take notice to the condition of the job site in between phases. I mean, these guys, they clean up so well between phases. Now that we're done with the framing, the wiring, the electric, and the HVAC, we clean the job 100% ready for the next phase, which is going to be the drywall and the insulation. All right, and when those 2 parts of the project are done, it'll be swept again and cleaned up in preparation for the flooring and the painting and the trim and doors. So I've always found that a clean, well-organized job site is a happy and successful job site. You're not tripping over things, and it just makes you look that much more professional. And if you're running a small business like we are, it makes the clients very happy to see that we're in tune with the cleanliness of our job site. All right, there's our wall opened up for our stairway banister system to the 5th step. All right, back here we have a home gym. So this is all 100% ready. Got our HVAC line right in the middle. We got 1 feed there, 1 6-inch feed in the center, and 6 recessed cans up there, all done and ready to go. And as you've probably already noticed, all of our lights are lit up because we test our lighting circuit and put temporary switches on to make sure that everything's wired correctly before we drywall. All right, we don't do that with the outlets, but we definitely do that with the lighting. Okay, so there's our gym, and here's our bathroom, 3/4 bathroom, 5-foot shower, remodeler shower, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces put together to make a remodeler shower unit. All right, we use remodeler showers because 1-piece shower units are impossible to get into most basements. So we use the remodeler shower. 6-inch light over the center of the shower. Down here on the floor, we've got the toilet right beside the shower, standard toilet, and then a 30-inch vanity. And again, you can see our plumbing all set up with our cold water, hot water, 1.5-inch drain line going down into the floor. And you can see we did jack the floor open here, and we connected to the toilet flange right here under the floor. And then all this plumbing makes its way over there on the other side of that wall into our sewage ejector, which on this particular job was pre-existing. All right, we just had to do a little bit of jacking, move the shower drain a little bit, the toilet flange a little bit, and made some connections under the floor for the sink. So there was some small changes, but the sewage ejector was pre-installed. Now we did hook up the vent line and the discharge line with the check valve and the ball valve and everything, and tie it into the home's existing sewage. None of that was there. So we had to put the pump grinder in the pit and make all the connections. All right, just the pit was in the floor, that it was empty, it didn't have a pump in it, it was just there from the builder. So we finished it up. I did want to show you here that we do have a bathroom light combo in the ceiling, and you can see off the right side of that unit, we've got the flex, the 4-inch flex exhaust fan line coming off the side, going up into the floor joists, around and above the soffit that's over the shower. And you can see it pass over here through the ceiling of our closet in the bedroom. We can see it again over here in our utility closet. And then finally going up through above the concrete wall and to the outside of the house where we have an exhaust hood on the outside. So the bathroom fan has to be vented outside. It can't just be vented into a storage room. You really should take it outside so that you're getting rid of the steam and everything else in the bathroom that needs to be vented outside. So that's how we do them. We buy these little Broen fans over at Home Depot for only about 80 bucks. And there you can see we do have the bathroom's own HVAC penetration right there. And that's a 4x10 ceiling grate for the air conditioning and the central heating system. We want to put air into the bathroom. We don't have return airs in bathrooms. You never put a return air in a bathroom, only a feed. All right, so that's how we did the bathroom mechanicals in the ceiling. All right, then through the back door into a bedroom. It's a nice sized bedroom. It's about 18 by 13 in here. It's got its window in here. We did do a little framing up here in the ceiling. One of the soffits that we built up here was to hide that white 3-inch pipe. So we hid that in the soffit. And the other thing was a piece of red steel that went right across the middle of the bedroom. We put that in a soffit. And up that far into the bedroom, we have an unfinished utility closet, which houses the water heater and the PEX water system. This is going to remain unfinished in here, but they'll be able to open up a nice big 5-foot double set of doors to get in there and service the water heater or replace it when it goes bad, and also work on the PEX manifold. Or right beside that closet is a finished closet, which is about a 3x3 closet for the bedroom. All right, now we do have that separate door in this bedroom to get into the bathroom from the bedroom directly, which is always a nice feature. And then we've got the bedroom door itself going back out into the main area. So that's our gym, our bathroom, and our bedroom. Our sitting bar area, our home theater area, which is going to have the TV on that wall and a big pit sectional over here. You can see another Speedy Boot right here on the wall. This one here is a return air. It's a high return on the wall that borders the storage room. Once we go through this opening here, we are back in storage where everything is going to remain the same. And if we pan back up here on the other side of that wall, we can see where we have that high return coming in to 8-inch flex, coming straight across on a short run of about 5 feet, and we're tying right into the return air. All right, that's the return air plinth coming right off of the HVAC unit. All right, we've got an 8-inch return coming straight across and into the wall out here in the finished space, pulling all the air from this large living area back through, helping to circulate the air in the finished space back into the furnace, through the filter, and then back out again through the ceiling feeds. All right, so we always have cross-ventilating air in our basement. We're always pulling it out, taking out the old, and pushing in the new filtered air. We always have air moving in the basement, which is really key to having a dry, low humidity environment in the basement. The central air conditioning and heating is a needed system in finished basements. You cannot finish a basement properly, in my opinion, without central air conditioning and heating to help keep it comfortable, temperature-wise, as well as humidity-wise. It definitely knocks the humidity way down when it's going back through the system. All right, I guess we could take one last look at the framing here, and I've got this in other videos, but while I have the camera right here, we'll look at how we framed out the window here. This framing that you can see on the inside here, right in front of the window, this is existing from the builder. This is a treated piece of 2x8, it looks like, that goes across the bottom. The builder put a piece up the side, over the top, and right back down the other side. This is from the builder. He's got this nailed to, how well you can see this, he's got that nailed to the concrete. All right, so we're not framing to the concrete edge, we're framing to what the builder put around the concrete. So this is our framing. We have framed right across to the builder's framing on the bottom, the sides, and across the top, straight across. All right, straight across. You can see we exactly matched what the builder framed. All right, and then we'll come in here after drywall and put our wood extension jambs in, which will go in and butt right into the window. And then out here, this will be drywalled, and then we'll put our colonial casing around the outside, and we'll picture frame that opening with our trim once we get the jamb put in there. And ditto on the 5-foot door, 6-foot door coming in. Again, we matched what the builder did. This is the builder's treated lumber here that's nailed to the concrete wall. This is our framing. We matched it directly across. So when we frame when we put our jamb in here for our door, it comes right in and butts right in to the jamb against the door behind the hinges. Our piece of wood will come right in and slide right in behind that hinge and be even with the jamb of the door. All right, so that's, we framed right to what the builder did. Us, builder, on both sides. All right, us, builder, straight across. And of course, we do it on the sides. We do it across the top as well. It's real simple to do. And I've got a video here. Actually, I have a 6-part framing series on this channel, which you should check out. I think there's a link to it here at the end of the video. Go to the 6-part training series and go to part 6, I believe it is, and you can see exactly how we framed that door out right there. That 6-part framing series is really some good stuff, guys. If you understood everything in the 6-part framing series, just with that alone, you could probably frame your basement. So if you're doing it yourself, that's what the channel's all about, man. Giving you ideas to, get your design done, get those creative juices flowing, get the design 100% done before you start, If you're pulling permits, use your design to pull permits and talk to the codes office, and then lay that job out, frame it, get all your mechanical work in there, your electric, your plumbing, your HVAC, your insulation, and then get it drywalled and trimmed out to perfection. And then the other projects that go along with the basement, all those like optional projects that go along with your basement, like a full bathroom or a half bathroom or a bar or a kitchen, all those little things as well. We do have training for everything that we do in this basement. All right, I could teach you through my trainings how we did every single thing in this basement, the theory behind it, and exactly mechanically how to do it from A to Z over at the Basement Finishing University. And man, I know I'm plugging this course, but it's not very expensive, guys. It's just a couple bucks. And if you're seriously planning on doing your own basement, you definitely want to check out the Basement Finishing University. I have a link to it right in the description below this video. Click on that link, go over, check it out, see what's all inside this incredible basement finishing training course, and you'll be glad you did. Going through this 5-foot set of doors, we enter right into what will become the family room / TV area. And we've got LifeProof Flooring, which I talk about in a lot of my videos throughout this basement. Here you can see we do have a window. We finished out with our wood extension jambs. This is all wood. This is not drywall. We've got the 3.5-inch Adams casing, which is really some nice trim. We'll do a side profile on this here. You can see this is a true inch in thickness. So this is some really heavy duty window and door casing. Nice looking stuff. The rest of the trim down here is the 5.5-inch base trim, which kind of goes along with that 3.5-inch Adams casing. It's the same style trim, colonial trim. The exterior door also has the deep wooden extension jambs with the Adams casing as well. So we got some real nice daylight coming in to this basement. Down here will be a little sitting area here. We do have a gas fireplace that we built into the wall there for a little ambiance, and just aesthetically looks real nice in the basement. And it will throw some good heat down here too, so it's a secondary heat source. And directly across from the fireplace we have the bar. And you can see we've got a raised panel bar here. It's more or less like a board and batten on the front and the side here. And that's a 42-inch high front bar. It'll have a 20-inch top on it. And you can see here is our 2x8 wall that we build for all of our upper bars. We do a 2x8. And then we've got the 3/4-inch true wood panels on the front. There's also a piece of 1/2-inch drywall between the panels and the wall. And back behind the bar, got a couple base cabinets on the front, which will be down at the 36-inch height, and then it jumps up to the 42. Up the end, we've got our sink base, which we're waiting on the tops and the sink to come in, and then we'll hook up the hot and cold water and the drain line. And the back bar cabinetry is all 1 foot deep. So this is all 1 foot deep stuff back here to conserve space. And most of our bars actually do have the 12-inch deep cabinets in the back. We don't do too many bars that have the 24-inch back cabinets. Up top we got 2 wine racks that hold 12 bottles each, a couple shelves in the middle, and we will have some crown molding that will be going across these upper cabinets and the wine racks from end to end then, which we still have to put on. And right beside it we've got a nice bar closet, and this was actually spaced behind the stairs. So this rolls in here, and we've got a real nice area to use for bar storage. Up this end here we've got a 5-foot set of French doors that are on a 45-degree wall. And I guess while we're out here, we do have a soffit that ran the whole way around this basement, because we had duct work that ran down both sides. So we trade out the ceiling in our soffits. And you can see that runs right around and actually goes on a 45, just like our door wall. All right, so we got the 45-degree soffit right over the door, and then we've got the office right back in here, which actually went back into a little odd-shaped section of the foundation. You can see it goes back around there. We just followed the contour of the foundation when we built this room, and I show you that in the before video of this basement, so you can see what we did and how we framed it. All right, so back out of that area there, and you can just see how big and open the floor plan is here. It's wide open the whole way across this basement, and just some beautiful living space. Now here, this is small detail stuff, but we created an archway. Now we could have just drywalled this and put corner bead on this to get from this area to the stairway, but we did the pine jambs and the Adams casing on both sides of the archway right in front of me here. That's about 10 feet wide, and then we've got like a 5-foot archway behind that one, and then into the bathroom through the bathroom door. So that look going through all these archways, I thought was pretty striking and beautiful. Like just those little details like that. Beauty's in the details, and then it's never more true with trim. Then we've got a standard traditional banister rail here at the bottom of the steps, and the homeowners decided to stain the treads and paint the risers in the staircase here. And the rest of the home had 2-panel doors, so we continued that same theme into the basement with all 2-panel doors. All right, so in the back side of the basement here, as we go through this 5-foot archway, straight ahead here, we go into a full bathroom. I guess you would say a 3/4 bathroom, because it doesn't have a tub, it just has a 5-foot shower. And that's got the 30-inch vanity with the marble top and a standard commode. And then it's got the O-peg glass shower doors. And inside we just have our standard Kohler Sterling 5-foot shower unit with the corner dishes. We also put in a wand and shower head on the front side. So you get a nice 5-foot shower. And then we can slip out the back door here to the bathroom and enter into the bedroom. This was about a 14 by 18 foot room. It does have the egress window, again with those nice deep wooden jambs with the Adams casing. So we got some daylight in here. We had a steel beam in here, a support beam that we boxed out in the soffit up there. That's why we had that drop down there in the middle of the ceiling. And we do have the bedroom door itself coming in from the hallway out there. So we can get into the bathroom from the bedroom as well, which is always nice. And then here we've got a small finished closet, which is about 4 by 3. So the bedroom does have its own closet. And this bedroom's not going to be used very often, according to the homeowners. This is just maybe the in-laws when they stop in town, maybe once or twice a year someone might stay in here. Now this other set of doors here is a 5-foot set of doors that goes into the mechanical area. And inside the bedroom, inside that closet, we've got the water heater, which is a gas appliance. It does have the power vent, and also the PEX manifold for all the water in the house. Shut off any fixture in the house, toilets, sinks from this PEX manifold here, which makes it real nice if you're working on any toilet or any sink or anything upstairs that needs water, outside spigots. You can come in and turn off just the hot and cold water to that particular fixture without having to shut the water off to the whole house. So the PEX manifold system's a real nice system. We had that in there and the water heater. So we hid that away in a nice 5-foot closet. You see us do that in all of our jobs. We just find the utility areas and we just close them off with normally double wide doors. If there's a couple appliances, we'll use a wide door like we did there. So we've got the utility closet, the bedroom closet, and the door to the bathroom. So back out of the bedroom into the little hallway here, and across the hall you enter into the exercise room. which has another one of those double doors. Let's take a peek in there. And inside this one here, we had the water softener, and we also had the clean out to the street right there that takes the sewage out to the public sewage, and also the public water comes in right there, and there's the main shutoff for the public water. So back down this end of this long closet is the sewage ejector. It's right on the other side of the shower wall. Here's the shower wall right here, and there's our sewage ejector that we put in. All right, so if you want to put a bathroom in your basement, the Cadillac system is the in-floor sewage ejector, which we use on all of our jobs. And then the rest of this room is just what it is. They'll put their equipment in here. We've only got the treadmill in here now. They've got about 4 or 5 more pieces of equipment that are going to come in here. Now we did all same color walls with the paint scheme down here. It's like a super light, almost gray color. And we did the ultra white semi-gloss paint on all the doors and trim, as well as the ceilings. They're all white. All of the ceilings are white and cut in to the walls. Now this basement's about 1,650 square feet. It's really enlarged the size of this homeowner's home quite a bit here. And we did manage to squeak in 3 pendant lights over top of the high top bar seating area, which just adds another element to the bar, I guess. Okay, and back over here, guys, the last bit of the basement is the unfinished portion, which is still pretty good size. Back in here, we had the homeowner's furnace. You can see the PEX, the gas manifold right there, rather. There's another PEX manifold. I showed you one in the bedroom. There's another PEX manifold back here. They've got 2 200 amp services coming into this house. The network boxes for Verizon and cable and modems and yada yada, all back in here. So they did manage to keep a pretty decent size area for storage back here, while still finishing 1,650 square feet out front. So it's a very, very large home. So that was our storage area, and you can see, if I can point out to you, the walls between the storage area that I'm standing in and the finished space have all been insulated. And here in Pennsylvania, that's R15 insulation in the walls to be code. So all these walls back here that are bordering the finished spaces were framed and then insulated to be code. Okay. I love this one. This one turned out so nice. It's got lots of recessed lights. It's got the daylight as well coming in, so it's a well-lit basement. Homeowners are very pleased with the finished product. We're proud of it. So if you're local to Harrisburg and the Hershey, Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, Lebanon area, you can always reach out to us if you're interested in having your basement done by our company. And you can check us out at basementremodelingcompany.com online, and if you want, you can fill out an online questionnaire and answer a few questions, and we can get you a quote on your basement, a preliminary quote for your basement right over the internet. Just a beautiful, beautiful new space that used to be just an unfinished basement and is now a gorgeous new living space. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the Basement Finishing Man YouTube channel, please do. I got a lot more good basement videos coming your way. And if you do decide to subscribe, make sure you tick that notification bell. That way, every time I put out a video, you'll get a notice saying I've got new content ready to go. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.